My name is Charles. 12 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. It set me on a journey to better understand this condition. It's taken me around the world as I hope to change not only my life, but others living with this disease. I've teamed up with some of the best in health to find ways to not only control, but to reverse. It does not take much to live for others, and what we leave is how we will be remembered. I hope at the end of this journey, we will see that hope is a good thing and the start of a better future. Welcome to Reversed. This was such a dream come true. With all the craziness of COVID, we brought together some amazing guests who were ready to change their lives and take back their health.
So yesterday, it was a lot of knowledge. I think knowledge that I learned more in this season than the last season. The biggest takeaway for me was yesterday when we went to the orphanage. That was really, really emotional for me to actually see individuals, as far as like little kids, it's not their fault. And that really made me emotional.
Yesterday was a pretty epic day. It just set my emotions all over the place. And I think the reason why I got so emotional was because how much more opportunities the children had than what I've experienced. And it made me really happy that they would take them to the beach. They had a playground. They just seemed like really like a great place if you need to be in an orphanage.
So yesterday was a great day. Our house guests had some pretty amazing breakthroughs. They're now able to test both their blood sugar and their ketone levels, and they're learning so much from that. I've had several of them tell me that, I was told in the past that a diabetic should eat oatmeal or should eat bananas or should eat, lots of berries through the day, and they're saying, my meter's telling me that's not good for a type 2 diabetic. So I think one of the greatest things they're discovering is all the misinformation they've been told in the past by healthcare experts whom they trusted maybe wasn't the best advice. And I think either wearing a CGM or having a Keto Mojo so that you can try that advice and then see what your blood sugar says about it. That's the ultimate feedback as to whether that's good for a type 2 diabetic or not.
So how are you feeling?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking, Jerome.
I can truly understand where you are because it's like the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, seeing other people, successes and whatnot, how does that really incorporate in how you're feeling?
Well, on one hand, it's very inspiring because I know that could be me in the very near future. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get a grasp and understand how keto works. We've been taught wrong for many years about carbs and how eating this type of food is vital to keeping health. So when I see your numbers, going up, especially, the ketones, I mean, that's what you want to go up, is my understanding. I'm really excited. I'm happy for you, and it helps me it inspires me. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll be the next one in line for that to see those numbers. And earlier I was a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I kind of came in on the tail end of the conversation. And I felt that the delivery was a little harsh. And I put myself in your shoes, and it made me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm like a little kid and I'm getting scolded.
Well, first of all, I'm trying to be understanding. So, they brought in some, I guess, 2% milk. And I just had it with my coffee this morning. And one of the guests or one of the professionals were really upset with that milk being brought into the house. And I really didn't understand why, or, he kind of explained it, but I just thought, oh, I'll just put a little milk in my coffee.
Right.
And to be scolded, that was a bit much. He said, tomorrow, don't put any, we need to see those numbers. And it was just like a demand.
Right. And that's what I felt. A lot of times people they mean well, but I think it's the delivery. And with that delivery, that was, it made me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did. I definitely felt scolded. I felt like a child being told, I'm 50 plus years old, and I'm being told, I don't do this tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. I don't know if you saw, but I just got up and walked away because I had to digest that.
Right.
Hey, Janet.
Hi, Dorian.
How you doing? Can I kick off my flip-flops and join you?
Please do.
Let's get my little toesies in there. Get cooled off. It's getting hot today. Ooh, that feels nice. Oh.
So, earlier when you approached me, it was abrasive.
Abrasive?
I felt like it was abrasive. I felt like you reprimanded me. And, the way you came up to me and said, you need to get those numbers down. And, you talked about the milk and not putting milk in the coffee. I'm 50 some years old. I'm barely learning this keto diet. I'm trying to get a grasp and understand it. But the way you approached me felt like all you cared about, it didn't feel like it was like out of genuine concern, not about me as a human being. That's how I felt.
I feel terrible that you feel that. And, it's sort of like sometimes the difference between a guy who might be very binary and, I grew up on data, and data is, to me, very binary, and it's the interpretation of that data. But that definitely doesn't translate into human beings. And to a certain extent, that's maybe why I'm not a coach. I deal with that data. But I'm not very good at doing deliveries like that. I think my wife of 25 years could probably tell you and go like, oh my gosh, he's not that style of person. Delivery is always very difficult. It can feel harsh when suddenly you realize that you've done something wrong, but that person hasn't done something wrong. What it is that person internalizes and perhaps feels that they have done something wrong. I would hope that might carry them forward, that piece of their knowledge is now set and they'll remember that.
I get you want to see numbers, I get that part, but I'm still a person, I'm still trying to learn, I'm trying to, like I said, wrap my head around this keto, how it works, how to get into ketosis. I already feel bad enough because I'm not getting those numbers, of course I want to do well, but it's a learning process. So, I felt kind of offended, actually.
I think that's wonderful feedback, because I live my life mainly with clinicians and researchers and with doctors, and that's my world. And I think Dr. Ken is a fantastic person. For 20 years, he was a primary care physician. He's learned that bedside manner. And that's a piece that I have to work on. That's a piece that I have to take from this.
Definitely.
And I feel sure my wife for 25 years would be, if she was sat here right now, she would be like, yes, Dorian, you have. And so for me, I thank you for giving me that feedback, because I do want to be that different person. But I really want you to know that it was never, for me, meant out of a place of disrespect for you. It was more a place of like, I so want you to be successful. I so want you to like get that moment of it starts to work.
Of course I want to see the number, some go up and some go down. I want that for me as well. But, it can't be pushed on like that. It's just too harsh.
You're right.
Okay.
And I will work on that for
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Can we be cool?
Yes.
Coming up on Reversed.
Let's talk about kidneys. for a second. Hopefully you already know.
Sometimes it's not the words, it's the delivery.
It's a happy ending. It's a good ending.
I was gaining weight and I had tried every diet out there.
I felt tired.
But once I found Carb Manager, I started losing immediately. Carb Manager is an app that teaches you how to do keto and it makes it easy.
I used a daily weight log.
The Keto Academy.
I've benefited by having a community.
Carb Manager gave me my life back.
Download the app, set up your profile, and just get started.
My name is Charles. I am the producer and director of this wonderful series. We are a full-service production company that produces award-winning films and documentaries. We would love to help you create something special, be it a TV show, a film, or maybe something for your brand or company. Contact us today and do enjoy the series.
Hey guys. Hey. So let's talk about kidneys for a second. Hopefully you already know what a number type 2 diabetes can do on your kidneys. Hopefully you know that. But let's talk about it in a little more detail. So you know now that there's a dialysis clinic almost on every corner, right? And it didn't used to be that way. When you were a kid, was there a dialysis clinic even anywhere near you? You'd never heard of such a thing, right?
No.
Now they're everywhere. Now, if you walked into the average dialysis clinic in the waiting room and you said, everybody who's a type 2 diabetic, raise your hand. How many hands do you think would go up? Almost every single one, okay? So that gives you great insight into what causes chronic kidney disease. If I walked into that same waiting room and said, raise your hand if you're a carnivore and just eat meat, how many hands do you think will go up? None. None, right, exactly. And so there's this huge myth out in the medical community, and it filters down to patients like you, that eating meat is hard on your kidneys, it's bad for your kidneys. Eating too much protein hurts your kidneys, or is too much for your kidneys to tolerate. When in reality, what's causing all of the kidney disease, 99% of it, is eating too many carbohydrates, which turn immediately into sugar.
Understanding what the keto lifestyle, because I hate when people say diet. When you say diet, you take out a lot of what you thought that you could, so that constantly gives me like pain and suffering. And I don't want to be that person that has to suffer. So I love when it says ketogenic lifestyle, because that's something that I can get to and wrap my head around and basically do it from here on out, because I see the health benefits. I've seen my numbers change.
Because it's not the protein, it's not the meat, it's not the delicious fatty meat. That's not what's causing our epidemic of chronic kidney disease. It's the carbs, which turn immediately into sugar, spike your blood sugar, spike your insulin, and when your blood sugar's high and your insulin is high, you are doing damage to your kidneys at that very moment. Does that help you understand it a little better? One thing I want all type 2 diabetics to understand is that your blood sugar levels change from minute to minute. Never are you going to just go to an 83 blood sugar and stay there. That's never going to happen. And so it's a constant up and down. What we're looking for is for your average blood sugar to return to normal. You need to understand, what should I do? What should I not do?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's really what this whole week with me is about, is helping you, first of all, understand just the basic physiology. I eat carbs, they turn into sugar, my blood sugar goes up, my insulin goes up, I'm damaging my kidneys, right? I eat fatty meat, delicious fatty meat that Maria cooks for us, my blood sugar doesn't go up. Therefore, I'm not damaging my kidneys. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, because
So-
I think it changes where we learned one thing, but now we're really learning what controls our blood sugar versus the old way.
You're learning the real thing
Right.
now. That's right, exactly. Human beings have been eating meat ever since we've been on this planet. It's not a new fad to eat lots of meat. We've been doing that for 250,000 years. So to now try to tell people that meat is bad, meat's hard on your kidneys, is just foolishness. But a lot of healthcare providers have fallen into that fad to say that, and they'll say that without thinking. But if you ask a couple of intelligent questions at your next dietitian's appointment or doctor's appointment, they won't say that anymore. Because if you think about it for 1 minute, it doesn't make any sense at all. All right. I love it, guys. Let's get back at it.
Thank you, Dr. Ken.
So Janet,
Yes.
I understand you had a conversation, a little tension earlier today. Tell me what happened.
Well, when I got in earlier today, I was sitting around talking to Jerome, and out from the corner, you know, it kind of startled me. Dorian came and said, "We need to get those numbers down." And it was very abrasive. Mm-hmm. So I just was kind of taken back, like, okay. And he said, you know, you drink coffee with, you know, that milk, and, you know, just, it was just the way he approached it. It was real hard. It was like, you drink the coffee with the milk, and tomorrow I don't want you drinking that milk, you know, just drink the coffee, and black if you have to. And I was like, kind of like, okay.
Sometimes it's not the words, it's the delivery.
Right.
You know, it could have came from a good place where you'd say, oh, you know, you had that 2% milk, maybe not do that tomorrow.
Right. You know, it's interesting when someone approaches you that way, and like you said, you know, maybe says it that way, and it may seem abrasive, may seem harsh. Many times the person doesn't even know they're coming off that way. And I think it's important that, it's good that you had that conversation afterwards. It was really interesting to see how this all played out between Janet and Dorian. I think it's interesting how it's an example of human interaction, relationship, and communication. Most people don't like conflict. And certainly we found that out when Janet even said that she really didn't want to talk about it. But with the help of Jerome, she found that ability to do so.
I just walked away to, you know, think about it and digest it and cool down. Actually, I went and put my feet in the pool, and then when Dorian was aware, you know, he came and talked to me and explained to me, you know, where that was coming from, because I told him I didn't feel like it was genuine and it was actually self-serving.
Right.
And so it did clear the air. So
Good.
I feel much better now.
So, I mean, the way I look at it, you know, it'd be a cliche to say it's a happy ending, but it's a good ending. It's a good ending.
We're in a better
and it's a good beginning. It's also a good ending, but also a good beginning, right? It's a good beginning for a new relationship, right? I really believe that. So you know, from now on, you know, you probably have a different sense of maybe, you know, who he is as a person to that. So, yeah. But thank you for bringing that out, and thank you for having the courage to talk.
Absolutely, yeah.
Coming up on Reversed.
Now I want to talk to you about the value of exercise.
Me and him are going to be splitting this farm here very soon.
Keto Chow is a customizable shake mix that is also perfect for cooking and baking, giving you simple, nutritionally perfect meal options. Keto Chow. Make keto easy. Discover your favorite flavor at ketochow.xyz.
New Leishman Weight Loss Shake for people with diabetes is a delicious meal replacement. It's the only shake with the patented Leishman ingredient to reduce glucose. Leishman works like a sponge to absorb glucose and actually remove it from your body to help you control blood sugar. Leishman is a safe, natural dietary supplement shown effective in published clinical studies. Find Leishman Weight Loss Shake at leishman.com or at walmart.com.
So it's really nice to be here outside. Now I want to talk to you about the value of exercise. You know, as Dr. Ken was saying before, you have like 1,000 benefits that you get from exercise. We get improvement in memory, in mood states. We produce hormones that stabilize our blood pressure in the long term. We develop some muscle mass. And yeah, there are many ways that you can grow muscle. One is against resistance. You can use free weights, you can use cables, you can use machines, but that's not what I want to talk about today, even though I just mentioned it, right? I want to talk to you about a kind of exercise that is actually very easy to do first, and also has the most effect, especially if you have type 2 diabetes. And it is a kind of exercise where if we need to find a place to define exactly where it is, we're gonna use our heart rate, okay? So your heart rate is the amount of time that your heart is throwing blood to the rest of the body. So you are in a kind of exercise that we will call zone 2. Zone 2 is a kind of exercise where we give our cells the power to do two very important things. One, spend the fat that we have around and that creates the condition known as insulin resistance, right? What we will basically do is that you will become more effective fat burners. And the fat in your cells is the primary factor that is creating insulin resistance. So if you do a kind of exercise that will take that fat from the inside and will burn it, then you will become insulin sensitive, meaning that insulin now can do its job. We're gonna do 3 times a week, a routine of at least 45 minutes of something like what we just did, which is brisk walking. Putting it all together, you know, the sleep, stress management, also the keto lifestyle together with time-restricted feeding. And these exercises will quickly and easily allow them to start lowering their blood glucose levels. So, how committed are you to doing this?
I am.
The only thing is, like I said, I do worry about my cardiac device because last summer I actually got a shock, and that totally scared me.
I wouldn't worry at that level. If I was to tell you have to do weights every day and you have to do sprints, forget about it. That's not what we're talking about here. All right?
Cool.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
I wanted our time in Costa Rica to be an experience, one they would never forget. Visiting the coffee farm was definitely on the to-do list while in Costa Rica. So, real special trip today. This is Juan Carlos, and me and him are going to be splitting this farm here very soon. I was excited to share that.
Claro. It's a pleasure.
No. So Juan Carlos, who runs this place and owns this place, I think he owns it.
No, he's the manager.
The general manager, was kind enough to bring us to this beautiful coffee farm. And I would love, Juan Carlos, if you could share a little bit about the coffee farm, but also about what it does for Costa Rica, for helping people be employed, and the business of running a coffee farm.
Gusto de tenerlos por acá. Para nosotros es un honor poder compartir con ustedes un poquito la experiencia de Copiatenas. Copiatenas es quizá la cooperativa o la empresa más fuerte del cantón de Atenas hoy día. Actualmente los dueños son 1,300 productores de café y tenemos una cantidad de 225 colaboradores. En café, básicamente producimos alrededor de 40,000 quintales de café. Actualmente tenemos de los mejores compradores de café a nivel mundial. 35% de nuestro café va para Starbucks y va para diferentes partes del mundo. Las características del café de esta zona es que es un café muy aromático, muy dulce, Y este año vamos a iniciar un proyecto de mejoras tecnológicas en el beneficio de café, básicamente para tener mayor eficiencia y menores costos. Ok, bueno, bienvenidos a Copiatenas, bienvenidos a nuestra Coffee Tour. Es uno de los proyectos interesantes, importantes, últimos que tenemos a nivel de Copiatenas. Así que bienvenidos a nuestra cooperativa Copiatenas.
Aquí es el área de secado de café. Solamente que esto lo usamos para cafés inferiores. Aquí lo que son cafés de primera de exportación nunca se tiran al patio. Lo que es primera de exportación siempre va a guardiolas, que llamamos. Ahí le damos un proceso de secado durante 30 horas con una temperatura de 60 grados hasta llevarlo a una humedad de 11,5% de humedad, ya para bajarlo y guardarlo en las bodegas. Después de que bajamos el café de las guardiolas o secadoras, lo trasladamos hasta acá, a estas bodegas.
¿Lo tiran con pala?
No, eso viene por arriba, entonces cae directo y se llena. Le damos mes y medio de reposo y cuando el cliente pide el café lo sacamos otra vez y lo llevamos al área de alistado.
After the tour, I think we were all ready to head back and just take a break. But who knew so much went into making coffee? Very impressive. Pura vida. I don't want to burn you now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really?
So this is some of the coffee from Costa Rica. Viva Costa Rica. Coming up on Reversed.
Now I want to talk about addiction.
Relaxation is the key.
Hey, I just want to check on you because we were doing that meditation earlier.
Yeah.
I struggled with my own mental health for over a decade. I suffered quite severely, and it was a really dark period of my life. And I wanted to invest, my whole life towards a big, hairy problem. And the only thing that I cared about that much was fixing mental health care. I hope one day that Spring Health is the company or the organization that people point to and say, that company has set the new standard for mental health care and continues to raise the bar.
Guys, you having a good day?
Yeah.
Good, good. Well, I'm going to change the tune a little bit. And I want to talk about addiction. Addiction, and I want to get a little personal. I can tell you some stories and how I had to break those addictions. And how we all might have a little bit of sugar addiction, right? Maybe? Maybe?
Or carb.
Carb addiction, yeah. Oh, I guess when I say carbs, I think of sugar because, you put a cracker in your mouth, that becomes sugar in your blood, right? There was this ice cream, this keto ice cream. It's called Carb Smart. You ever hear of it?
Sure.
Oh man, it's been around for decades. This was well before I had kids, and I would buy a big tub of it. My husband didn't like it, but I did. I swear it would call my name in the middle of the night.
Oh, I've
call
had those.
my
Great.
name. And I would get up and answer that call. We'd be like, okay, ice cream, you said my name, right? And at the end of it, I'd be like, I'm not gonna buy that again. Never. And guess what?
You did.
I bought it again. And it was just this really bad cycle I was in. And this was kind of in the beginning stages of trying to eat healthy and sugar-free, and a lot of these products just weren't getting me healthy. I had a big sugar addiction. I don't know if you know, I worked at a coffee shop where in the mornings I would make all the scones and the cinnamon rolls and the muffins, and whatever didn't sell would go home with me at night. It is a serious addiction because we are making ourselves sick. And I think it's a very hard addiction to break, because if you're trying to give up alcohol, and believe me, I had a hard time giving up alcohol because I was addicted to that too. That was easier for me to give up because I could just not have it in the house. But I had to have food in the house.
Right.
You have to eat every day. You have to make that choice. Am I going to choose this, or did I have a really bad day and I want this? For me, I still think that it's okay to enjoy the sweetness of life, and that's why I made you a flourless chocolate torte tonight. And I hope that you enjoy every single bite. Should you have it every day? No. To be honest, that's how I transitioned though. For me to not have sugar anymore, I allowed myself to have a sweet treat that was sugar-free until I broke that. Now my palate has changed, but man, I was such a picky eater, I made my best friend's mom cry. That's why I do what I do, is because it sounds like, oh man, I'm just gonna eat meat and vegetables. And yeah, a dietitian can tell you to eat chicken, they can tell you to eat beef, and they can tell you to eat pork or whatever, but to show you how to make it good, that's what's gonna make it sustainable, because you can make chicken really bad, but you can make chicken really good.
Well, you have really changed my life in these days. And I don't know how many times I can say thank you, because I believe and I know that you have actually saved my life.
And you have given us so many keys for success. If we fail, it's our own fault.
No,
because
you're
taught
not gonna
us.
fail. Don't even say that.
We're not. No. Because you were one of our keys that.
You're gonna come
for
reach out to
success.
me, say I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
You getting hungry? All right.
If it's something you made, absolutely.
We're having a great meal tonight.
Great.
Thank you so much for inviting me here for this evening meditation. You may not know that, but relaxation is the key to transformation. You're here to transform something, okay, reverse something. You need to learn to relax. And that relaxation happens when you make the connection. So I don't know if you've ever heard of a technique called tapping. And I'd like you to first just tell me one word or two words. What is your main feeling about whatever is going on with you right now? No matter what the word is, I'd like you to give me one word. Who would like to start?
I will.
Before we do this, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Should we wait? Should we wait or? Okay. So, how about lying down? Now, I have a blanket. The big bag is for your belly. And there is even an eye pillow if it feels comfortable. Put your head in the center, close your eyes. You can even make sounds when you exhale. Relaxation is the key to any transformation.
At times, we have to find our inner peace. Taking time to meditate and to just be is key. With all the daily issues we face, being able to break away for a few moments can truly help keep us centered. This was all part of the overall changes I hoped we could focus on by bringing in many experts and professionals that truly cared about the guest.
Exhale down. And super gently, you may want to put that bag on the side. You may want to curl up on the side before coming back up into sitting. It is always better to go on your side for a moment before sitting. Nice smile. Thank you so much.
Lisa, can I come in?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on in.
Hey.
Hey there.
Sorry to come in your bedroom, but
Grab the door because
okay,
the air
okay.
will just
All right, I will.
pull it through.
All right.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just sitting here unwinding,
Getting ready.
checking on my gizmo.
Hey, I just want to check on you because we were doing that meditation earlier,
Yeah.
and you had to get up and go. Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
What? I mean,
I think there was a combination of things.
okay.
First of all, I had a very stressful day, you know.
But you've had a great day.
I had an incredible day.
Like you had a huge victory with the whole
Yes.
74 on your blood sugar dropping. I mean, keto's working really fast with you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But I knew there was more. Like I looked at you and I just known you for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I saw you get up, I thought,
Yeah.
right. So what? I mean,
Well,
I just want to check on you.
I have improved. Well, no, I've grown closer to God. And my idea of meditation is different
It is.
than what went on out there. I have nothing against it, but I swear to you, it felt like the Holy Spirit got hold of my gut and said, "No, you're not going to do this." And I ran to the bathroom.
And just told you to go.
I mean, it was, I know that sounds silly.
No, it's not silly for anybody if that's how you feel, right? I mean, everybody's entitled to feel.
I just had the
how they do.
weirdest feeling.
I get it.
And I don't disrespect what they think and how they do it, because obviously my daughter is part of that.
Sure.
But that's not me.
I was worried about Lisa. The way she got up and left was not like her, but I'm glad her and Asa had a talk. It's good to know it was something more simple than what first ran through my mind. Asa, with his spiritual background, was also a good person for her to talk to. Coming up on Reversed.
I struggled for 13 years really deeply with my mental health.
When we hear the word mental health, the first thing that comes up is crazy.
I was gaining weight and I had tried every diet out there.
I felt tired.
But once I found Carb Manager, I started losing immediately. Carb Manager is an app that teaches you how to do keto and it makes it easy.
I used a daily weight log.
The Keto Academy.
I've benefited by having a community.
Carb Manager gave me my life back.
Download the app, set up your profile, and just get started.
Hi, I'm Catherine Arnston, the founder and CEO of Energy Bits, the algae tablet company, and I'm so glad you found us. We sell two types of algae, spirulina, that gives you energy and satisfies your hunger, which is why we call ours Energy Bits. And the other algae is chlorella, which helps you recover from your day, which is why we call it Recovery Bits. It pulls out toxins and builds your immune system. The two algae together will help you feel fantastic and like a superhero. That's why they're superfoods. Visit us at energybits.com.
My name is Charles. I am the producer and director of this wonderful series. We are a full-service production company that produces award-winning films and documentaries. We would love to help you create something special, be it a TV show, a film, or maybe something for your brand or company. Contact us today and do enjoy the series. Mental health is key, and we were thankful to have April fly in from Spring Health and come and share her story with the guest, and also work hand in hand with them.
So I started Spring Health about 5 years ago, and I started it after dealing with my own mental health journey. Mental health is so personal to me. I struggled for 13 years really deeply with my mental health, and I went through a really painful, essentially guessing game of trying multiple providers, multiple programs, multiple drugs in some instances to really figure out what would work for me. And I was one of the lucky ones in that I healed and I was able to recover ultimately. But I know that some people are not as lucky, and I started this journey because I wanted to remove that guessing, that trial and error that so many people face in their journeys from mental health care. And so I partnered with one of the world's leading experts on something called computational psychiatry. And he was actually the first to prove that we could use data and machine learning to match people to the right treatment for them from the start, so that people wouldn't have to try drug after drug or program after program in order to find something that works for them. And I think keto is one of those options that could work for some people, and we're seeing that magic happen here. And we now work with some of the largest employers in the country to make high quality mental health care available to their employees and their family members. And so we work with companies like Pfizer, Cisco, Whole Foods, Gap, some of the largest companies out there, and we're changing lives.
So what about in like the African American community? A lot of times when we hear the word mental health, the first thing that comes up is crazy. So we steer away from that. A lot of times we think that we can go to church and pray it away.
Yeah.
We don't think that we can use mental health services. So how do you connect with those people?
Absolutely. I want to actually have Carl address that first, and then I can speak to how we think
So
about
obviously, Jerome, you and I both know that. And so it's called stigma, right? We know it's stigma. So I think, what Spring Health is doing as far as providing that representation is crucial. And so we know that when a person is looking for help, like April said, she's trying to find, a woman who's Korean, who specializes and can help her, that can be challenging. But when there's additional feeling like, I don't think there's anybody out there who can help me, that's tough. But especially in the Black community where like you said, people say, "Oh, you're crazy," or we say, "Oh, they're just off a little bit," or they don't even talk about it at all. Right. Or go pray about it. Go to your pastor. And so I think the key here is that you want to find someone who you can relate to.
I think the stigma that you're talking about is something that we're very sensitive to. I mean, it exists in the Asian community as well. We have the highest suicide rate in Korea because of the stigma, and people don't get the care that they need. And so we know that everyone has their own mental health journeys. We know that everyone has a different attitude towards mental health. And so we've purposefully built a really comprehensive offering that includes coaching, that includes therapy, licensed therapy, or licensed therapists, includes medication management for people who might need meds for their journeys. And so our platform is all about receiving you as you are, with all of your preconceptions, with all of your potentially stigmas around mental health care, understanding where you're at in your journey, and then matching you essentially to something that you're comfortable with and something that will actually work for you. So we do that through technology, but we also have what we call care navigators, who are the most wonderful human beings. We call them the fairy godmothers and godfathers of our mental health care. But they work one-on-one with you to make sure that you're getting the care that you need. So if you want a life coach versus a therapist, we can make that happen. If you want a specific coach of a specific, background or specialty, our care navigators work really hard to make sure that match happens, and that the compatibility and what we call therapeutic alliance is really there. Well, I'm really excited to be working with amazing providers like Carl, because you're absolutely right. This is a mental health journey as much as it is a physical health journey. And I'm going to make sure that I follow up with all of you over the next few months as you use Spring Health. And I'm gonna try to stay up to date on your journeys, and please make the best of this time here. And thank you again for for inviting me to be part of your journey today.
This moment was magical. It's hard to put it all in words, or better yet, a dream realized. In only a few days, so much has happened, and it's been a joy seeing it all play out. So, I'm really excited for us to all be here tonight. We've got a whole house full of people, and it really couldn't have happened without everyone from the smallest part to the biggest part, right? If you want to call it that. So I'm really excited about having us all here. We're really making history, to be honest with you. You know, this has never been done. A show that is able to bring us together and focus on health, dispelling myths, being able to educate people, inspire people from a mental health side to a health side, right? Using keto and intermittent fasting as a way to treat, reverse diabetes, if you want to call it. And we've seen some tremendous numbers. Food has played a big part, right? And is going to continue to play a big part. So tonight, it's kind of just, we're going to hang out for a little while, just enjoy each other, just vibe, you know, because it can't all be, you know, work, work, work. You guys, once again, inspired. And Maria, can you tell them a little bit about what you made for everyone tonight?
Of course, I made protein noodle lasagna. There's also truffle deviled eggs, a salad with, there's different dressings, blue cheese, truffle dressing, and Italian, and then some olives. And then there's flourless chocolate cake, which I made a lot of, but everybody's gonna want that instead.
No, I can't wait
We
to
can save
taste
it for
We'll
tomorrow.
taste it. Oh, no. Another wonderful day that's topped off by a powerful night. Dr. Vega had some local pastry chefs that make all keto desserts come in and bless us with some tasty keto treats. Maria, of course, did what she does best. The energy is so powerful in this house, and I love seeing how we have all bonded and the important work that is being done. Tonight was a good night. Tune in to the next episode of Reversed.
Well, Amanda, how are you?
You're showing me exactly what has happened.
Did you smell the kitchen last night? What I was cooking?
Yes. You did say before you left you wanted to walk up them steps.
I sure did.
Right?